This was a retriever team that wouldn't go away for a long time. It wasn't decided until there were just a few minutes left, Coach.
Yeah, we didn't play a very strong game today. We didn't have a great week of practice. We were up and down. With a young team handling some success, winning 2 in a row. All week long we were battling with, making sure they understood that this team was going to come in hungry. And they run a very complex offense, like I said before, with a lot of cuts and a lot of movement. And, we were lucky some of the time that they missed some easy ones early because we could have fell behind. So, a very lackluster effort early on. But, we gutted it out and made some adjustments in the second half that ultimately led to the run for us to pull away.
One of those adjustments came in the form of number 42, Hartwell. Tell us what she brings to the table when she comes in off the bench.
And she brings a lot of athleticism. She gets off the ground and, she goes and crashes on the offensive end for the rebound. And, there was a big part in that game where I think it was under 10, and, we just got her the ball at the top there and let her go to work. And she scored once and then got to the line once. And I think that calmed us down a little bit to let us know, hey, there's parts in this defense here that we can really attack. And we figured out a few more after that, and I think that really ignited things. So Kelly Hartwell's been a spark plug type player. That's why she's been better off the bench.
Artemis Spanu, a little slow to get started today. Frustrating first half for her, but she's always going to get it going at one point.
Well, 20 rebounds, again, that's the hard work and what she's done her whole career. And even if the ball's not falling in for her at the line or in the field, grabbing 20 rebounds is going to lead to a lot of good things. So, she did her normal performance today of going after it, getting rebounds, and really being the nucleus of this team that she needs to be. So she had a good game today, even though she didn't score as many as she usually does.
Stamalampru with some big threes in the game, none bigger than that one with about 7.5 minutes left. It looked like the first time in the game you guys were able to finally take a little breath there and relax for just a moment.
I want to say something about her. Anna Nicky has had a very tough week. She lost her grandmother back home in Greece this week. And, we were ready to send her home and make sure she could be there if she wanted, but she wanted to stay here with the team. And we're really proud of her for that. I mean, that was a really tough thing for her to overcome. So we knew today that anything we can get out of her, we would be appreciative of, because it just must be so tough for this girl. She was very close to her grandmother. I'm really proud of her. I mean, I thought it was amazing how she came out, and you could see when she hit that first shot, she pointed up to the sky. It was an emotional game for her, so I think her emotions were going up and down. But at the end of the game there, she was part of the key catalyst there that made that run. And as a freshman, that was a lot of maturity for her to come out here and perform the way she did under those circumstances. I'm really proud of her.
No doubt, Coach. Next up for you, Thanksgiving Classic next week. Should be fun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's always fun when you host a tournament, and we have a very, very tough 3 teams coming in here. They're all going to be tough. So it's going to be a great tournament. I'm really excited to, finally have a tournament home again and be able to have 2 games in 2 days like that. It's a fun time. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a much tough. It's going to be a very tough contest both days in a row. Both of these teams that we're playing are very strong. And, when we put this tournament together, we didn't want to put together a tournament of teams that were lackluster type of teams, come in here and just go through the motions. There's athleticism on these teams that can shoot the ball. They're all one of the top teams in all their respective leagues. So this should be a tough game. And if we come out here and play like this in the first half, we're going to be in trouble. So we got to fix some things in practice, hopefully, so we can come back and, host a tournament the way we should.
Hard-fought win against UMBC, 3 wins in a row. Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks. I want to thank everybody back home listening, especially for those of you who are back in Europe listening, the parents of some of the players that are from far away. I know this game's good for you since it's afternoon games are always good for the European folks. It's a decent time over there. So I want to appreciate you guys following and listening, and to the Anna Nicky's family back home. We're deeply sorry for your loss, and our hearts are with you guys all the way from over here.
Thanks, Coach. Now by Kelly Hartwell for the Robert Morris Colonials. And Kelly, congratulations on a big win this afternoon. Tell us a little bit about what your role is when you want to come on the floor. What's your job to do when you enter the floor?
Well, coaches have me come off the bench to give the team some energy and spark off the bench. Have me there for defensive plays, hustle plays, anything like that. So that's just what my role is, getting rebounds and all the little things. So.
Yeah, and you definitely do that. You're the spark plug of this team. Do you notice there, you're kind of watching the team in the first half, and you saw UMBC able to come back, and they always were within 4. Do you kind of say to yourself, okay, they're within 4, I'm going to single-handedly try to get them out of this game? Because it seemed like the minute you got into this game in that second half that it really was over for UMBC.
Well, I think it all comes down to team defense, obviously,
right,
and stuff like that. But every time I get in the game, if I see we're struggling or anything like that, I try to, take more risks, try to go maybe for the open steal or shoot the gap extra like that, just to try to maybe help the team give more energy and that stuff like that. So.
UMBC was hanging around. It was a 4-point game at the half. What was the mindset you guys came out with for the second half?
Just to be more focused. We started off really slow and sluggish in the first half. We weren't focused, so that was really our mindset in the second half in the locker room. We held it together and stuff, trying to be more focused, believe in ourselves, and play together and just play together as a team and play for 40 minutes.
Did you notice, it seemed like the game plan from UMBC was almost to make the supporting cast beat them. It almost was to take Artemis Spanu, try to get her out of this game, try to kind of make her uncomfortable underneath the hoop, and then you guys had to take over. Did you kind of feel that same energy that, hey, one of us is going to try to have to pick up Spanu just because of the way the game was moving along and their game plan?
I think a lot of times that's how teams play. Of course, Artemis is one of the best players on the team, obviously, and I think she's a good passer and stuff like that. So if they collapse on her and stuff, she's a good passer, so she passes it out for us. And I think we have other good players as well that always steps up if Artemis is maybe having a slower game or slow start, anything like that. But usually Artemis always puts it up, and the team always picks it as well. And then,
congratulations, Kelly. Big win. Keep it going.